watching The Drive with Jeff and Cody. It's a very sad episode today, as we have found out that the Canadian World Junior team has lost to Russia. Nobody likes Russia. Nobody wanted Russia to win. I'm sure the sold-out arena in Buffalo was pretty much all Canadian fans. But very sad day as Jeff pounds back the halls as he's losing his voice. But so not good news for Canadian junior fans.
So close. 3-0 lead going into the third. Why do I gotta watch so much heartbreaking hockey, Cody?
I'm glad I wasn't watching the game. Both of us caught the highlights. We were covering a different hockey game during the World Juniors, and just were receiving updates. Wow, this is really sad. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the game anymore.
Let's not talk
okay,
about it.
done. Not talking about our loss. So, you were mentioning earlier today, interesting sport. I haven't heard much about it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Red Bull crashed ice.
It sounds like a drink.
It does. Like a great drink to try.
I'll have a Red Bull crashed ice, please.
It's been out there for a few years now, and it's basically like, well, it looks like a bobsled run or something like that.
Yeah.
That you skate down with other competitors, and you can just beat the tar out of each other on the way down. But it's basically a race to the bottom.
So it's like bobsledding, as you're on that kind of track. It's like hockey. You're dressed in hockey gear and hockey skates, but it's kind of like a little bit like speed skating, jockeying for position. But it's a little bit like snowboard cross, as you're all kind of going down
all at the same time.
So it's like a 4 combination. I think they should be putting up track. Well, you can't do it in Manitoba because Manitoba, it's like you skate down a river.
Yeah.
Like there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go down.
There's no down because there's no up. You see.
It's true. Well, what could we combine here in Canada or Manitoba? Canada, you can do it in like BC and Alberta and stuff.
Yeah. Talking like what could we do to make a pretty awesome sport? I got one.
Okay.
You mix curling.
Okay. I like this already. I like curling.
And football. Full contact curling.
Full contact curling.
You can try your hardest to sweep, but someone's going to aim for your knees.
So as you're trying to sweep, the other teams, if they want you to stop sweeping, they can tackle you. And then you'll have to have guards, so you'll really have to have one thrower, and you can only tackle between the hog lines.
That's right.
But then you'll have to wear full hockey gear.
Yeah.
And then if you're wearing skates, then we can combine hockey in there too. You can wear skates, and then you'll really have to sweep to get the shavings away.
Adds a whole new level of difficulty to the game, you have to say.
Well, and then they'd have to like pebble it and make the sheets twice as wide.
Yeah, you'd need some more width going on there.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine the great open ice hits there? Oh, the broom goes flying and down goes Kevin Martin. Down goes Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin. Poor Kevin Martin. Well, he's got a pretty big team. John Morris, pretty strong guy.
I don't know.
His front end.
Well, talking about somebody's front end. I would say the guy I'd be most scared to get hit by at a curling game would be Randy Furby.
I was actually going to say that too, the big Furbinator.
Just watch him taking out guys left and right. I think he'd play dirty. He'd throw elbows.
Well, I'd be one of those guys. I'd just be sliding so much after. I'd just be whacking guys with my broom. That'd get nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
What do you think?
I like it, yeah. Or you could combine lacrosse and basketball. So you kind of like, you put the hoop above, and you have kind of like a little bit of like a dodgeball size ball, maybe a little bit bigger lacrosse sticks.
You gotta get it in the hoop.
Yeah. Hey, do you ever remember that show? There was a TV show and it was a bunch of kids, and then they got this room full of just sports gear, and they got like 5 minutes, and they had to create a game, a brand new sport or game in like 5 minutes, and then they had to play it.
I have no idea what show you're talking about, but this sounds fantastic.
I watched it as a kid. Maybe if you remember this show, like, let me know, write us in, maybe let us know what it was called, but it was an awesome show. I remember watching like Saturday mornings during cartoons, and it was like kids, they would go into this room, it would just be filled with athletic equipment. It was like heaven for a little kid, right? And then they'd just grab stuff and create like on their knees like basketball, hockey, and it was just awesome.
That was an awesome show.
It was a show, yeah. I remember seeing it.
No, an awesome show would have been Bobby's World.
Bobby's World. Yeah, okay. I watched that a couple times. I had a Bobby's World coloring book.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Bobby's World coloring
Howie
book.
Mandel with hair. Look it up, kids. He had a curled mullet. It was hilarious.
That just sounds weird like that. Other news, World Under-17s comes to a wrap-up.
To Team Ontario. Hey.
Finally being the States.
Hey.
Canada gets at least one win at the junior, one gold.
Big ups to Matthew Campagna for that sweet move on the penalty shot.
That was unreal. Matthew Campagna, we actually talked to him during the week.
Got a chance to talk to him. Great kid, and what a move.
Wow. Goes to the backhand, a little bit of retro Peter Forsberg move there.
Look great. Look great.
Are you talking about him or the goal?
The goal.
Oh, yeah.
The goal.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody in that tournament looked great, it was Juuso Ikonen.
With the long blonde mullet from Finland.
All those Finnish dudes.
They had great mullets. Gotta bring back the mullet.
That's team building right there.
Well, Jaromir Jagr mullet should be coming back, Jeff.
That was a permed mullet, and that should stay gone.
No way. I think
mullets?
maybe that's what Ovechkin needs to get out of his scoring slump.
He needs to get the mullet going.
He needs to get a permed mullet. Well, maybe
Alexander Ovechkin is an ugly enough guy already.
That is true, but maybe a permed mullet will make him look better. Well, maybe we'll discuss more of that on the next episode.
Next episode, NHL hair tips.
You're watching The Drive with Jeff and Cody.